Good day, OA. My name is Lionel Garcia. I'm your VP of Sales and Agent Development, and I'm excited because it is Monday, and every single Monday, I like to do our Motivation Monday. This is where we like to talk about what is going on, and I kind of try to blow away those Monday blues. I know that sounds so funny and cliche, but really, sometimes it's hard to get the week started. So that's why today you may or may not be able to see it. Let's see here. I got a little energy drink with me. I got my water next to me, and it is Monday. So let's start with what are the wins of the week? Do you have any wins, be it personal, be it professional? What wins do you have that you want to share this week? I would love to know what they are. I know every week I usually kind of mention something about me, and it kind of feels weird because I feel like maybe I'm just talking about my stuff, but I really want this to be something that you get to share in and get to describe what are you most excited about? What do you want to celebrate? And so I'll celebrate that this past week. I'll start with just today. You know what? I made a change. And this is on the personal side. I went for a walk this morning. I know it sounds so basic, so simple, but I needed to make some changes and start exercising again. So yeah, I started walking, getting the body moving, and I did 30 minutes. I also want to say we went hiking this weekend. So that was the beginning of my change. Was on Saturday. We went on a hike. And I know you're probably thinking I live in Florida. What kind of hikes do we have? You're right. That's a fair statement. It was very flat, and green, and but the weather was super pleasant. Took the dog out, and the family. We went out and did a nice hike. So that's my personal win. My professional win is that right now we're deep diving into preparing for your conference that's going to be taking place next week, next year, August, and we're really excited about that. So that's what I am working on the professional side, and I'm proud of. So this week, really, we're going to jump into a topic of building the personal brand. And truly, in a world of choices, your personal brand is what makes you different, makes you unforgettable. So what is your brand saying about you? Have you thought about that? A lot of you, your brand is your own name. That's great, but what is identifying you different? Why are you different than the travel agent next door? Because there truly are other travel professionals out there. So why does personal branding matter? Well, your brand is your reputation. It's how others perceive your value, how they see your expertise. Your personality is how it shines through. So for professionals like you, it's the difference between being just another agent or being that agent advisor that clients can trust and refer. So what are those benefits of being a of having that personal brand, of building that brand? Well, the benefits, there's a few of them here. They build trust and credibility. They help you attract ideal clients and partnerships. They differentiate you in this very competitive market. They open doors to speaking opportunities, leadership opportunities. So these are all the reasons why it's important. So let's talk about, how do you build that brand? How do you get started? And I see this is the part that's super important. This is where maybe many of you started this business maybe as a hobby. Some of you have taken it the next level and you're like, no, this is a business. And so you came up with a business name and you have a website and you have a tagline. Maybe you have a mission statement that goes along with all of that. So what is your personal brand? How do you articulate it? So let's talk about how you can build a strong personal brand. So for starters, you need to define your core identity. So you get to ask yourself questions like, what do you stand for? What kind of travel experiences do you specialize in? What values do you want to be known for? You want to know, those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. And then once you've asked those questions and answered them, you get to create a brand statement. Maybe a brand statement like, I help busy professionals reconnect with their families through unforgettable luxury cruises. So that's very narrowed in, very honed in, luxury cruises and busy professionals. So who are you after? What are you targeting? What is your brand? How are you identifying yourself and separating yourself? So first, ask yourself those questions. So define what is that core identity. Second, you got to know your audience. Knowing your audience is super important so that you could tailor your message to the needs and desires and the pain points of your ideal client. So who's your audience? Are they baby boomers? Are they, which means retirees? Are they cruisers? Are they busy professionals? Are they families? Are they young adults? Are they sport teams? Who are your ideal clients? So you need to be able to speak their language, solve their problems, and then the best part, this is the one that we all love, is inspire their dreams. So those are things that you got to know. So define your core identity by asking yourself some very important questions. Know who your audience is. That's super important in building that brand. And then be consistent across all your platforms. And you have no idea. I've seen advisors that are targeting seniors on their webpage, but then when they send out an email, they're talking about spring break. Doesn't make any sense. So you want to be consistent across all your platforms, your website, social media, your email signatures, even your voicemail should reflect your brand voice, those colors of your brand, the message. And that's the thing, is that consistency, it's going to build that recognition, it's going to build that trust. And that's what you're looking to connect with your client, with that audience that you're looking to connect with. And then here's the thing, you should not be afraid to showcase your expertise. I know so many of you are going on fam trips, doing site inspections. So don't be afraid. Share those travel tips, share destination insights. You've been everywhere. You've tried the food. You've bought the t-shirt. So don't be afraid to share those things. Share your client success stories. Maybe host webinars or go live on social media, write a blog or do guest articles or advertorials. Use these things sometimes even to attract the audience that you're looking to attract and doing some of your marketing. Those are just some tips to help you showcase that expertise. Here we go. We got a comment here. I love it. So Kim, yours is solo travelers, retired travelers, holistic groups, and couples over the age of 45. I love that, Kimberly. And I know you're doing a lot of great things, especially I've seen you do LinkedIn Zooms or videos on LinkedIn, and you've done events with your clientele. So congratulations on doing that. And then lastly, you want to be authentic. People really are connecting with people. They really remember how you made them feel. So don't be afraid. Share that story, your personal story. What's your passion for travel? Even guess what? You could share your challenges, because the truth is authenticity does build that connection. People can see it and believe it. It comes across live and in color. It's wild what happens when you truly make yourself raw, if you will, and available to your clients. It is pretty incredible what happens. And that's a great way to build a very strong personal brand. So now let's jump into a topic that we do every week. We do our motivation moment. And this is just something that kind of goes along with it. I love Simon Sinek. He is a fantastic author and motivational speaker. And his quote that we have here is that people don't buy what you do. I know so many times we think that they're buying exactly what we do, but they don't. They buy the why you do it. So when you're asking yourself those questions of what represents you, what you're looking to do, make that your why. Because if you can hone in on your why and articulate to your clients why you are doing what you're doing, wow, the floodgates will open, the business will pour in, because people connect with people and that authenticity. And if you have a strong enough why, I promise you, it will surprise people and blow people away. So I highly recommend that you identify your why and share with people why you do what it is that you do. All right. So we have here a few more comments. I love this. We got Kim Authenticity equals building trust 100%. And Jim, thanks for chiming in. I know you're always busy doing all kinds of things. So I'm glad that you like these tips. And I'm sure this is no different than what you're doing in your business and the brand that you've built. So kudos to you and the success that you're having. So lastly, here's a call to action. And Kim, you already got a head start. So good job. I want you to take 15 minutes this week to write your personal brand statement and post it on your social media and tag us at OutsideAgents.com. I want to be able to celebrate. I want our company to celebrate you and your unique voice, because 100%, that is what makes you special, is your unique voice. So take some time. I know it could be maybe more than 15 minutes. It's okay. But ask yourself those questions. Identify who is your audience. And don't be afraid to showcase your expertise, but then post it on social media and tag OutsideAgents.com and let us celebrate your unique voice. So I'm going to end with a quote of the day. I think this is also very appropriate for us. And that is that you need to be yourself. I love this part, because truly everyone is already taken. Is that crazy? So be yourself. You are uniquely made. Your brand is uniquely you. Don't copy someone else because it works for them. What's going to work for you? What is your why? And I love this from Oscar Wilde. So be yourself, because everyone else is already taken. We got Cindy chiming in here as well. Agree, the great tips to think about and sticking with your plan. It's so easy to get lost and down the rabbit hole. Cindy, you are so right. That's why we do this, is it's good to be reminded. These are all things that I know you all know so well, but it's nice to be reminded to stay the course. In our class that we did at Kickstart 2 weeks ago, I talked to the class about taking that next right step. And if once you know what your North Star is, are the steps you take in getting you closer to your goal or further away from your goal? And if they're getting you closer, go ahead and take that next step. But if it's not, don't take that next step. So I want to say thank you so much for being here with me today and enjoying our Motivation Monday. Until next Monday, stay motivated, stay bold, and keep building that brand that only you can deliver. Can't wait to see you next week, Monday. It's going to be another great one. Enjoy your week. Share, comment, like. Can't wait to hear from you. Bye-bye.